Hello guys, come on in. I'm so excited to be here. Hope this is working right. I'm going to get this pulled up real quick on my iPad so that I can see your comments. My Facebook app was gone. So I was trying to come on a little early, but had to re-download my Facebook app. I forgot that I did have to offload it earlier. It was glitching. So come on in. If you are seeing this portion, you're probably watching the replay. So welcome. My name is Deb with Art and Grace. I'm happy that you're here. Let me know that you're here. Just put hashtag replay if this is the replay for you. I do love to go back and comment and say hi to you. But of course, if you're watching live, hello, good afternoon. Okay, here we go. Hey, Cheryl. Hi, Christy. Hi, Marcia. You guys are going to have to help me out. We want to get this out to as many people as possible today. I didn't even send out my telegram. So we are in an event with the Creatives Depot. Oh my goodness. I should have written that down. But you guys know Lisa and Shar put on amazing events. So I'm so grateful to get to be here today with you all. I've missed a few. I will watch the replays because I love to support all the other creators. Hi, Cindy. You guys, so glad y'all are coming in. I've already done the background so that we can kind of not rush because I was afraid I couldn't get this done. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Leslie. Hello, Caroline. Hi, Betty. Glad y'all are here. Oh, thank you. Well, we're watching the A&M game in a little bit. So this is my A&M shirt. It's all decorated on the back. But we all say howdy. And my hat, gotta represent, you know, we're not very good this year. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it, but I still have to support. Thank you guys for sprinkling us out there. Have y'all enjoyed today? If you've gotten to watch everybody, then that's amazing. I do want to go back and see the ones I've missed because, you know, when you pop in and you see little bits and you're like, that is so cute. So I want to go back, and I like to kind of speed through though. You know, you watch the technique and kind of speed through. So you get about 20 minutes instead of 45. So the weather is cooler and rainy-ish. So we love it here. We are loving it. Thank you guys. Let's get started. So I've already traced on just a little bit of a cowboy hat with my pumpkin. So that's what we're going to do today. But what I want to show you guys is if you've never picked up a paintbrush, you can do this. So let me just show you how easy it is. People never believe me, and they always think that, you know, it's so much harder than it is. But if you will try it with the easy, whimsical design like this, I promise you can do it. So if you're one of those people who has trusted me and tried it and surprised yourself, let us know in the comments. Because I think that for most people, when they try it and they don't like it, they're probably starting with something a little too difficult. You know, we want to bite off more than we can chew sometimes. Hey, Michelle. Yes, it is. I'm going to start down here at the bottom, and I've got some cinnamon color with some orange, and I'm just making some upward strokes. You guys, I haven't painted upside down in so long that we're going to see if I can still do it. This will be the test. It has been quite a while. Hi, Linda from Oklahoma. Listen, we have an Okie in our family. My daughter was born there. My husband was a pastor in Ardmore. When she was born early, we were actually all packed up basically to move, or packing up. And that on, do y'all hear that? So anyway, we do have an Okie in the family. We like to tease her because the rest of us were all born and raised in Texas. But Okies are awesome. We're so close, you know, we're just right over the border. So besides the rivalry we have with football, which I could care less about, to be honest. So how's everybody doing? You guys doing good? I sure like to be able to sit and read comments and kind of take my time, but I know, you know, we want to get done. But listen, hi, Celeste. Hi, Edie. How are you today? Good to see you. So I'm just using the cinnamon and the orange, going in the direction of a pumpkin, you know, so everything goes up or down in curved motions. I'm using a flat brush, and it's a 1/2-inch brush, but you know, you can use whatever you have and have access to. So, you know, I do a lot of things with a round. I like rounds. You can use a filbert. It really won't make a ton of difference as long as you have a pretty decent brush. And as you can see, the paints that I'm using, they're deco art, so they go on very well and have great coverage. So there's pretty much our pumpkin. Just, you know, that's all we did. You can do that. So, you know, when you say, oh, I could never do that, you can do that. I promise. It's just up and down. Yeah. Oh, hey, Justin. How are you, brother? It is easy, Debbie. Okay, let's move on and do our... Justin, I was kind of rearranging to put some fall things out today, and I've got your teapot that you made me. Christy gave it to me, and you made it. Oh, I just love it so much, and I wish I could display it, but look how little of a space I have to display. But I have something else from Debbie Rigg on the same shelf as that teapot, and I love seeing things that you guys have made. Okay, so we're going to let that sit. We'll come back and do something else to it in a little bit, but for now we're going to let it sit. We're going to move on to the hat. So I love, you know, we wear cowboy hats here, so we're going to do a cowboy hat. Hey, Jennifer, how are you, friend? How is things in your neck of the woods? So I'm getting out some bittersweet chocolate. I'm going to do a little bit of raw sienna. Ups and downs are not this. You can do it. Just pause the video and catch up, you know, get your background, get your pumpkin painted, and pause the video. That's all you have to do. And then go to the next step. That's why I say it's step-by-step painting, because that's the best way to do it, is just kind of pause, do the next step, and then click play, do the next thing, and stop it when you need to. Thank y'all for the hearts. I love seeing that. Hey, girl. I love seeing you guys pop in. Monique, you are so talented. I love watching you. Okay, I'm going to take this really dark brown, and we're going to kind of outline our hat. So just kind of follow your pattern. If you're in the VIP group, you know, you always get the tracers for whatever I do. So this one's coming. And I actually think that one day this week, I might do it a little smaller and add glass, because I knew I would not have time today. But I kind of think this would be super cute with some glass and resin on it. So, you know, this is the next step in your process. So if you're like, oh, I could never do it. Yes, you can. You're just going to take your brush and kind of go around the outline. And then, of course, I'm adding a little bit, thickening it up in some spots. So it is easy. We'll kind of go around the outline with this flat brush. So when you take your brush, the way that you want to load your paint is to go one way and then the other. So, you know, press that paint in there, turn it over, press that paint in there, turn it over. And that's going to get it all worked into your bristles. And then hold it horizontal, straight up and down, and just, you can kind of trace your design with that brush, like so. The brush that I'm using right this second is from Temu, so it does not have to be expensive. I do prefer good brushes, and I don't mean expensive. I mean, I know what's a good brush, and this one's a pretty good brush for the price. It's inexpensive. So I'm not cleaning my brush. I'm going to go in here and pop in and grab some cinnamon color and start painting this in, because we want to give this guy a kind of like a, you know, cowboy hat that's leathery-ish. So we're just going to add that cinnamon and let those two colors blend together. You guys with me? It's so quiet. You know, when we sit here and talk to ourselves, basically, you know, we're talking to y'all, but you can't talk back. So it just feels like, is anybody there? Is anybody there? Hi, Angela. I know, isn't it pretty? This is cinnamon stick, and I do love this color. It's almost out because that's my second bottle. I use it a lot. I tend to kind of use the same colors each season because I want my paintings to kind of be cohesive. So you'll see me in the summer, I'm using tons of Bahama Blue, and in the winter or in the fall, you're going to see the cinnamon, you're going to see the antique gold, lots of the same kind of colors. Okay, just take a look, see what you think. We'll let that sit as we go and do a little more down below. What brand is Pueblo? I don't know about Pueblo. So this part has already dried, so as you see, it's not going to blend with that chocolate very well. But I'm going to kind of work on it a little. But you guys, I wish you would try this. Let me know if you're thinking that you might, because... Hi, Sherry! I knew I was going to look for you. You said you were coming, and I'm glad you're here. You guys help me out because I did not send out my telegram. So I don't want any of our friends to get mad at me because I just totally forgot. Hi. Oh, Cheryl will do it. Yay. You guys, I just surprised Cheryl today. I said, you're getting Happy Mail because she is so good. Some of you guys are excellent. And I just saw today, I had put a post saying, I don't even remember what I said, but she shared it. She was like all excited. And I was like, you know what? You're getting Happy Mail. I love to surprise you guys. Especially, we do need help getting the word out. So it's fun to kind of send some Happy Mail here and there. So as you see, I'm just kind of doing varied, some dark chocolate, grabbing my cinnamon, and just kind of blending right here on the canvas. You don't have to be too picky because we're going to do hey hair. Hey hair. Hey for hair. So oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Monique. Appreciate it a lot. You guys, I can't keep up. I always ask everybody, please send me to the groups that allow it. I don't know. And I have to, when I'm sharing myself, you know how you can click on rules and see, because I can't keep up. Some people want you to share videos. Some people don't. Some people will kick you out of the group for it. And I just don't want to do the wrong thing. So hopefully you guys will help me on that. Okay, let's see how we looking. So there's our hat. Just, you see how simple. I mean, so simple. Just coloring it in. Using your two colors, kind of blending. Thank you, Teresa. Oh, thanks, Leanne. Oh, good, Vicki. Have to check your, I know. That's another thing is they really do unfollow us or whatever you call it, reset those things. So you do have to check pretty often because every time Facebook does a update, that can happen. So thank you for checking. And if you've not followed me, please do. I'd love for you to, check out the other things that I do. We've been doing tons of ATCs. So hi, Tracy. Hi, thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that. So if you have not sent me an ATC, what are you waiting for? It's so fun. We have had such a blast exchanging, and if I have time, I'll show you a few. You couldn't, Leah? Tony, I'm so glad you're here. I feel like I haven't seen you a lot lately, and then I've seen you all day today. Okay, I'm taking my honey brown. No, raw sienna. Sorry, raw sienna. It's very similar to honey brown. And then just a little bit of oyster beige, so like a beige. And I'm kind of mixing those two, and we're going to put that right in here for this part. Oh, good, Laveda. Listen, don't you dare talk and drive. But I'm glad you're here. You guys, let me know what you're doing this weekend. Some of y'all are probably shopping or decorating your houses. I go back and read every comment. I can't always reply right then because we do have a limit. Like Facebook doesn't let us just, they'll be like, that's enough. So, but what I try to do is go through and grab questions and things like that. And then I'll go back on another day or later that day and try to just say hi, or at least give you a heart, because I do care. Like, if you're here, I care. Whoops. Okay, so see how I just kind of went into that chocolate color? Doesn't matter. You just blend it out. Just blend it. It's okay. It's all going to be fine. It's leathery. Hi, Pam. How are you today? You have your first craft event tomorrow, Tracy? What? That is so exciting. Where is it? Or do you not want to tell? It's okay if you don't want to tell, like, location, but maybe you do. Maybe there's some people watching that would come see you. I don't know. Oh, Stephanie, I was saying I haven't painted upside down in so long. I mean, there's no telling. I don't know how this is going to look in the end. We'll see. Thank you, though. Oh, good, Debbie. That's so fun. You can't get sound, Connie? Well, I'm sorry, but glad you popped in. I wish I knew sign language. Okay, let's do some hay for hair, and then we'll do our little crow. Oh, did I do that? Grab a baby wipe. If you grab a baby wipe quick, you can usually clean up any mistakes with that baby wipe. Don't rub too hard or you'll take your paint off. But if you just, a little bit, that's good enough. On my background, I don't know where that came from, but I do see it like, did y'all see me like flick paint? Because I do see it like here on my desk. What I did on the background was just mix two colors. I just got the white and that oyster beige on here and just went to town. Actually, I didn't use oyster beige. I used this raw sienna. I know, Cheryl, but praise God, it was cancer free. So you take your time, getting over it. Oh, Diane, really? I didn't know that. Well, I'm glad. Christy's an amazing friend and supporter. I loved Christy. She's been with me. Many of y'all have been with me from day one. You can let me know if you have, because I kind of forget, except some of you I do know which one. I know some of you. But it's always fun I'm a slow grower. Like, some of these girls are so talented, and they'll get in here and start a page, and 1 year later, they're like 30,000. I don't know. I'm a slow to grow. Oh, thanks, Deb. Pink's my favorite. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of this oyster beige. I've got my antique gold, and I am going to get out a little raw sienna, but I'm going to put a little white in it. I'm going to put a little white in it. And that's what we're going to work with for the hay, or straw, whatever you call it, for the hair. All right, so I'm still going to stick with this flat brush for now. We'll go to a smaller one in a minute. Let's kind of pull some over here and see how much. But isn't that a pretty kind of tan color, but it's really warm? So that's a perfect base for this. So again, back and forth to get this brush into a point. So see if you can tell it's in a nice like line. And we're just going to start doing some hay. Actually, I can go darker. I'm going to start with that kind of raw sienna and do a little bit of that. Hi, Carrie. I didn't say hi to you today, and I'm sorry. I think I just said, hi, Connie, before I even heard your voice, and I should know that you were there and on. I've got some replays to see. Weren't you early this morning? Because I was up until 3:45. I'm embarrassed to admit it. It's crazy, I know. But I had fallen asleep by accident. This happens because I'm in this pattern of staying up really late. So then I fall asleep like at 8. And if I take like a 30 to an hour nap, I am up. So I've got some issues with the sleep and all that. And so I'm not an early riser at all. I used to be. For work you have to get up and go, but I don't now, so I do not. Hi, Jerry. You were up till 2, Steph? I mean, I think the creative brains, I really believe that we're just wired different, and I kind of don't worry about it too much. I think I do worry about it some because we know that, you know, Alzheimer's can be worse when you don't sleep. You know, it can, I wouldn't say trigger it, but it's not good for our brains. And so I do kind of somewhat care and want to do better. But on the other hand, I'm tired of fighting it, you know. So you see that I'm just using the end of that brush to kind of get down my base for my straw hair. And that's all we're doing. That's why I'm telling you, if you'll break this up into these steps, it's not intimidating. So all we did is we did our pumpkin and the orange and cinnamon. We did our hat, and we're not quite done. I'm going to do some things on top, but you know, you could be done. It's not bad. Crashed and burned. Yeah, that happens, doesn't it, Monique? I heard you say that. And didn't you say y'all went out to eat? Because I was like, oh, that's what happens when you eat. And then you sit down and get still and you're just like, oh. Yeah, 6 to 8. I mean, I would say that's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to take some of this and just get it on down here at the bottom in a really kind of messy fashion because this is just the base. It needs to be sitting on something, right? So we're going to put some straw, hay, whatever, down here, just kind of at the base of our pumpkin. So that's the first layer. I'm going to grab a little bit of that light color. I don't want to do too much of that since the background is light. And then let's get a little bit of our yellow. So you can use yellow ochre. This is antique gold, but they're very similar. So whatever color you have and want to use is fine. Now you can use a much smaller brush here and get, you know, a thinner hay look, but that's good for this. Okay, I'm going to stop and do a little bit of the face because that will take a couple of coats as well. I don't see the brush that I thought I set out, but I guess I didn't. This happened today. This is probably the one I'm looking for. It's not, but don't leave your brushes in water because I'm having to replace some because of that, and it makes me so mad at myself. I thought I got out my red tube. I was so prepared. I'm going to get out a little deep burgundy, and we're going to mix it with a little orange. So just grab some fall colors, you know, and mix that together, and we're going to give him a nose. But I want to really darken up that orange so that it looks different than the background. Let's see. Probably do a little more. You can kind of mix right on your palette, like what I'm doing, right on your canvas. I mean, just add, blend. These are whimsical paintings, so don't take them too seriously. If you are making the ATCs with us, this would be super cute on an ATC. So I've got, like I just did this last night, just started. I haven't even finished it, but you can paint these little paintings, just make it small. That was Scrappy the Scarecrow. Oh, thanks, Steph. Hi, Ian. Ian is our friend from Ireland. Glad you're here, sis. Hope that you're feeling a little better. And how are we doing on time? Will somebody please give me a time check? Okay, I'm going to get out a little black and we'll do a couple of eyes and a mouth. Oh, we're not even done, girl. Thank you, though. That's not what I wanted. I do this all the time. An ATC is an artist trading card. They're 2.5 by 5.5 inches. So the size of a regular playing card, you know, like what you would use for poker or whatever. I don't know. like this type of card. I use these a lot. These came from Dollar Tree. That'll be my base, and then I'll do things to them like what I just showed you. We did this one yesterday just with stamps. Just put all the canceled stamps on it and put a phrase and call it a day. Like, it can be as simple or as complicated as you want. And then you trade them or just give them to people. Never to be sold. They are supposed to be for sharing or gifting. And so, yes. Oh, thanks, Joanne. It is easy, Debbie. I promise you can do it. Hi, Nelda. Thank you for sprinkling. Okay. So let's do a couple of eyes. I think I'm going to turn it toward me for the eyes because they're easy to get real wonky. You know what I mean? But I'm just going to do a couple of ovals. But I don't trust myself. I'm too rusty on the upside down painting. Let's see. How that looks. Not bad. It's okay. I could have done a little better. If you're in the group, I'll give you the tracer and you can, how about I just give it to everybody today? Would y'all want the tracer? I'll do that. It's a special event with Char and Lisa, so we'll do that. So I'll give y'all the tracer and you can paint one. Now, we're going to do our little crow over here, just solid black. So just fill in his little tail. Just give me a minute. So after this ends, give me, 30 minutes or so, because I will trace this little painting and then upload it, all that. So just bear with me, but check back later. I think what Stephanie said, she was going to put hers after the event is over. I think that's a smart idea. That way, we want to keep you guys supporting everybody. It's so important for creators to have people there for them. So I'll do that too. I liked that idea. We're just filling it in. So don't think you can't do this, The tracers actually just really make it easy. And then a little leg, which I should switch to a little detail brush. Oh, did y'all tell me how long we have? Good, you want the tracer. Okay, so it's 3:15. I started at 2:45, so we have 15 minutes. Oh, we're doing great. Oh, Lisa, you're one of the sweetest. I'm so proud and happy to be here today. Thank you for letting me. I really admire, look up to all these people that are creating. And so, to get included is fantastic. Especially because you guys are putting up with somebody doing art. And I know most of you watching are probably crafters. So thank you for letting me do what I do. And sitting here and watching as well, Okay, I'm taking just a little bit of the beige that's on my palette. I could have used white, but that was there. And we'll just kind of come in here and give him some highlights with that. Look, just a few highlights to kind of show like where his little body is. There's his little, wing. Just kind of like that. That's it. So easy. Y'all see that? Thank you, Kelly. Oh, good, Monique. Listen, I think I should do some AMSR over on TikTok and just paint and not talk. Because sometimes I get on my own nerves talking, like when I watch the replay. I'll watch the replay so I can catch comments. And I'm just like, would you be quiet? So I'll just mute myself. But maybe that's something I should do over there. Just stay quiet. So that is what I'm doing now, is just this antique gold with a little white. And then I'm coming back and putting some straight antique gold here at the bottom to darken that up. But that gave me a little highlight at the top. I don't feel like I'm being very neat Hi, Gail, you are? Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, guys. If you're a new follower, please put that. I'll even do something for a surprise. So let me know. I appreciate you guys so much. And see, I'm not waiting and I'm going ahead, which is making me mess up. But see how if you'll wait and let that black dry before you do your yellow. But I'm not. I'm just in a rush, so I'm doing it. But see, you're going to get a little of the black in it, but it doesn't even matter. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I am going to take a really small detail brush here and take a little black and give him a little bit of a, beak thing. What do you call it? Like the separation of the beak right there. Good enough. And then for his eye, oh good, I'm glad, Candy. For his eye, I've got a lot of this oyster beige on my palette, so I'm going to use that. And we're going to come in here and give him a base of that oyster beige. I'm going to kind of blend it so it's more of a charcoal, like that. And then we'll come right back on top of it with black. Do a black dot. See that? Oh, good. Well, listen, Lynn, this is fun and whimsical. So carefree. Don't judge yourself. This is for fun, and that's when it will help you relax. If you are doing it and you want to be perfect or you have a perfectionist kind of thing, it could be stressful. But the kind of art that I enjoy is art that I can be free and I can be silly and I can paint a lime green, pumpkin if I want to. We just did a Frankenstein pumpkin the other day. I mean, just have fun with it. Just putting a tiny little white dot in there if I can. Use a little toothpick or dotting tool if you want it perfect, but you know me, I don't care. Okay, we're going to keep going. We've got a lot to do. Not a lot, but I would like to get a lot of this done if possible. So y'all can see I'm taking my brush, it's a small detail brush, and going back and forth and getting it nice and straight. And then I can kind of put my little, lines wherever I want to on that. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush to do his mouth. Now this is tricky upside down, but I like something like that. And then the same thing with the lines on that. Okay. Oh goodness, I don't think I'm going to get done because I just realized we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to be negative Nelly. I'm going to try. Let's give that mouth a little highlight. I'm going to take the orange and white, mix those a little bit and lighten it up and kind of give that nose a little highlight and just a little, kind of like that to help it show up better. Thank you, Judy. Well, glad you made it. Hi, Sheila. Oh, Christy, thank you for the stars. Hi, Penny. Glad you found us. Straw. Are you painting with me, Vanessa? Okay, so let's do his eyes. I do need white for some eyes here. And we're going to make him cutesy. So I'm going to take the white and just follow what's there. Follow your line, right? Just follow like that. You'll see? And the same thing over here. Okay. Now I'm going to take a pretty like turquoise blue. This is desert turquoise, and I always know why. I just always put blue on my eyes. I go right beside that line with the blue. Now I better hear y'all saying, I think I could do this. I think if I stopped the video and did that part and then started it again, did the next part, I think I could do it. There are definitely people in my group that didn't think they could paint. They always say, I couldn't paint a stick figure. And they can paint because that's what they do. They just kind of follow the steps. We are fixing to have some really cool classes coming up. So if you want to learn to paint, that would be a great thing to do, especially because everything I'm fixing to do will make great gifts for Christmas. So that's what we have so far. See how he kind of comes to life with the eyes? Thank you, guys. Melissa, I have an Amazon list. If you go to my website, which should be pinned at the bottom. Oh, good, Candy. Yes. If you'll go to that, one of the pages is my favorite supplies. And then click on Amazon and you'll see I have different lists. So I've got like craft supplies, my favorites, art supplies, my favorites, glass and resin favorites, so that it makes it easier for you to find what you need. So if you'll go to the art supply, then you'll see. But these are the ones I'm using. This one is from Temu, but these are my favorite detail brushes. I have a whole set and they're on that list. And I have another set that I love for round brushes, you know, and then I'm going to put a little white, right, you know, just a little white. Also the little kind of dot thing. And sometimes I'll put another little kind of something down there, just kind of dot it. And that's good for that. Thank you guys. Joanne, that's so sweet. Let's see who said that. Kelly, we are our own worst critics. I bet yours is adorable. And it doesn't need to look just like anybody else's. It can be Kelly's, you know. Let it be wonky and let it be fun and learn to love it. Because if I had painted yours, Kelly, you would probably say, oh, that's so cute. But because you painted it, you see things that you don't like. So give yourself the same grace that you would have given me or somebody else. That is something we have to learn, because we're in a society that does not give grace, and we don't give it. People don't give it to each other, and we don't give it to ourselves. And we got to do that. I'm just putting a little charcoal kind of along the upper portion of this mouth, kind of like a little highlight for that. Let's do a couple of little eyelashes. Nothing crazy, because he's a boy. But I like on my girls to do really, oops, I can't believe I just did that. Did y'all see that? That just messed up my white. I like to give the girls really pretty long eyelashes. But on the boy, I'm going to do it a little different. And some boys have nice long eyelashes. That's exactly right. Walk away from it, take a break. But the main thing is to not take yourself too seriously. Let it be funky. And then the next time you paint it, it'll be better. You know, none of us can paint. None of us can sit down and paint something the very first time and it look great. It usually takes practice. So it's like anything, you know, it's going to take a little practice. But if you're willing to do a little practice, then you get better. So I'm going to take a little black and I'm going to start at the bottom and flick out and up. And that's how I am going to do these today, so that it's not too much. Whoops. But just a little something, something. So that one's a little funny, but see, you just go with it. If it's a little off, it's okay. Now I'm going to do a little more to the hay, and then I might do this next so I can show y'all how I do that. Let's do that, because we are going to be out of time soon. Hi, Patty. Oh, thank you, Judy. Hi, Jill. Sometimes if you guys will put an emoji, I see it. Like my eye just goes to it. Okay, I'm taking my, oh, that's not what I meant to do. I was like, wait, what did I do? I'm taking this raw sienna, just kind of a caramely brown color, and working that into this flat brush. We're going to let the brush do the work. So we're just going to come to a kind of a point with both of those. Whoops. Got a little cinnamon. That's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. So see that? Just a little V. Okay. You could even turn it this way and do a V. If that helps you, you know, make V's all the way down. There's no rule that says you have to keep your, you know, your painting straight up. So that kind of messed me up right there. Just turn it however you want to get what you want. We're just going to make those little V's all the way down for his little hat band. Like that. Now I am going to take that small detail brush. It's got a long bristles on it, and go back in and grab some of this yellow ochre, or this antique gold, and I'm going to pull some kind of off to the side with some of this white and really lighten it up. Get kind of a mix going and roll my brush so that it gets back into somewhat of a point, and then add some of this in here. You want it just kind of going all over the place. I try not to get it in his eyes. I believe the next person after me is LT Designs, Leslie. Hi, Amelia. Are you watching with, is it Grandma? Let me know. I'm so glad you're here today. Do you like the fun Scarecrow? This is something you should paint your grandkids. Give it to them. Put it on a card, or, you know, like I said, the ATC cards, you know, grab a little piece of something. You could even do cardboard. Just something that you could paint on, and it doesn't matter. And paint one for them. How fun. Take a little, okay, this is a cellophane little bag that this is in. But, you know, think about if this was a little larger size and you put candy. So it's a little larger cellophane sack. You put some candy, and then you drop down this little Scarecrow painting in there and give it to your grandkids or people you work with. I mean, anybody would like it. You don't have to just be a kid to like fun treats. I mean, we always loved stuff like that when I worked. Some of this, you know, you can come in with just the straight colors and not mix it with anything. We did it, guys. We about got this whole thing painted. Even. Oh, thank you, Paula. Oh, yeah. I wish so bad that I had more patience when I was young. You know, raising kids kind of, you know, can stress you out, right? I'm not the only one, right? And so, you know, sometimes you're like, I don't know, you're like, y'all go watch a movie while I do this or that. And now I'm the kind that would be like, oh, come here, we're going to do this together, you know? So hopefully I get a chance to be a grandma. My kids will be like, wow, you're so much more patient. But, you know, you age and you realize what's important and what's silly. I'm going to let you guys go, but here's our little painting, and I'm so glad y'all were here with me today. Thank you so much for being here, for sprinkling. Be sure that you are in the Creatives Depot group. Is that right? Did I say it right? Creative Depot. Somebody let me know, because now I'm like, is that right? And you can just go to the top of the page and where it says featured and see there. I see somebody's needing prayers. I'll go back and read that. Thank you guys, but we do want to support the group. Be sure you're in the group. These ladies are so amazing to host events that helps other people get, found and gives you guys a full day of fun things to do. So thank you guys. I appreciate you and see you soon. Bye bye.